Hi there. Well, I've just bought a winder for my rubber models, and this is one that's made by D Knight KP Aero, and you can set it up. If I just lean in there, you can hopefully, I'll come round, hopefully you can see the text and the address, but I'll provide a link in the description below. Now this winder has got a counter, and you can either have it, according to the box, 10:1 or 4:1 ratio. So it's versatile. As I said, it's got a counter, but let's have a look, see what it looks like, see what we get, and I'll provide a link to some of the suppliers where you can get these, because I didn't get it from the manufacturer, I got it from a different supplier. But anyway, let's have a look inside and see what we get. Right, well, let's see what we've got. So, open it up, a warning. And the warning is, do not disassemble this winder. It contains 5 bearings, 42 separate 3 and 1.6 diameter balls. Wound rubber motors can be dangerous. So we've been warned, and we won't dismantle it. So we've got the winder, which looks really nice actually. It's not very heavy at all, and it looks really well made. That's quite nice. We've got a handle, and I think with these you can put the handle in either side, there or there, and you get a different ratio of winding depending upon which one you're in. Feels very nice. Yep, quite pleased with that. We've got some instructions, and we've got a screw, so that is for there. So we can actually screw the winder in place. Put a screw in there by the look of it. I guess if the handle comes out and we're winding it up, it could just, we could lose control and it could unwind through that, so possibly a good idea. And we've got some more instructions here. Okay, and we've got a counter because we've got the version with the counter, so there's a few gears and bits and pieces that I guess this is the contents of what we get, and so I need to put that together and we'll see how it works. And where does that go? That goes on the front. Okay, so you can see the holes there, but actually we could also put it there. So I wonder whether it counts total revolutions, or depending whether you have to turn it. I don't know. I'll have a look at that, see how it works. But this looks really nice quality. I'm quite pleased with the feel of that. So I'll get this counter together, and then we'll have a look. Okay, well, having read the instructions, it all makes a lot more sense, and you can see here I've got the counter on. Now, if we put the handle in the back, we get a 10:1 ratio. So one turn will give us 10 revolutions. If we put the handle in the front, we get a 4:1 ratio. But this isn't something we can vary without moving the timer, because you can see the handle has got a thread, a hole in there, and essentially if we have a 4:1, so we put the handle in there, then this gear here, and there's a screw there, and that screws in to the handle if we're having 4:1. If we're not having 4:1, there's an orange plug nut that pushes in there, and we screw that gear into that, and then we're given a separate screw here to hold the handle in. So essentially at this stage we need to decide whether we want it 10:1 or 4:1, and as I said, that gear will screw into the handle if it's 4:1. So we can change this, but it's something that would probably take us 5 or 10 minutes to do. because essentially we need to take this screw out, put the handle in, screw it into the handle, and then put the timer back. So anyway, I will get this this cover on, and then we're almost done. Right, well, I've got this fully assembled now, with the exception I haven't put the screw in to hold the handle in yet. The counter is on. If you screw the counter down to the base too tight, I found it squealed and didn't work, so I had to just ease that off a little bit. I mean, I didn't excessively tighten them. And so now I've got this, as I said, in the 10-to-1 slot in the back here, and when I turn this now, it'll turn 10 times on the winding shaft, but it only counts 1 on the counter, so you still have to do the maths. There you go, so 2, so that's 20 revolutions, or 20 winds, 30 winds, 40 winds, but that's easy enough. And to be honest, my 10 times table is a lot better than my 4 times table, so we're probably better off in the 10-to-1 slot. But you know, if we wanted to, we could always just push that in. It doesn't go all the way in, but we could use it as a 4-to-1 if we wanted, but obviously we can't have the retaining screw in there. So I think what we need to do now is test this on some rubber. Okay, well, I've got this assembled now. I've made a very dodgy and inappropriate hook for the front, for the winder. It's not something that I would use on a model, or even to put a lot of winds on, because it doesn't look a good hook. But it'll do us just to test this out. I've got 6 strands of 1/4-inch rubber here, and we'll just see how that goes. Let me just make sure this is zeroed. Okay, so the counter's 0, and we'll put on 100 winds, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I haven't got much room here to kind of stretch, to pull away and stretch it, but that's 100 winds, and that went on really, really nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that was 10. So what have we got here? Yep, 200 winds, and that was effortless winding. It was really nice. The more tension you get on it, the more you can feel the gears, but you know, it's working hard. I notice it hasn't got a clutch on it or a brake, so if you let go of the handle, it's gonna it wants to unwind, so you have to be careful. But it's close enough that you can hold it with one hand like that, and take hold of the rubber. So that's good. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let me take the tension off it before I let go. But I mean, at the end of the day, with something like this, we can just get something that looks good and looks well made, and hope it stands the test of time. And the true test is whether this is still working in a few years' time. So anyway, but it's good just to kind of showcase this, or show it, review it, have a look at it. So I hope you found that useful and interesting, and I look forward to getting out with a proper hook and testing this in the field with a rubber model. Anyway, hope you found it useful. Thanks very much for watching.